since we could both agree that Lemon Pepper Freestyle is the best song on this EP, let's pivot to Drake and Rick Ross collaborations, which I think are very underrated. There's a lot of them, and they have
Yes.
it's been a span of about 10 years that they've been collaborating with one another. So let's name a few. Let's how about this? What is your favorite one? And what do you think is the least favorite one? So if you want me to start, I can start, or you can.
No, I'll start. I want to start this off, if you don't mind.
Okay.
So, man, I put together a list before the show started, and did my homework a bit, and I actually forgot one on that on the list that I put together, which I'm writing in right now, which is Free Spirit. So I'll start with Free Spirit. I don't know if you guys remember Free Spirit, which was on that care package project that Drake dropped years ago. Obviously, that's one of my least favorite collaborations from Ross and Drake. I just felt like production wise, they didn't really do enough. Even their verses, they weren't really saying anything profound like they normally do when they collaborate together. Now, by the way, they've had a lot of collaborations, and this Lemon Pepper Freestyle, the one we just talked about, it's up there. It's up there. It's clearly not at the top because Ross did not do his thing like we mentioned, right? Now, my top collaboration between Ross and Drake, you guys are going to get a kick out of this one, is Stay Scheming. Now, interesting pick. I'm sure you guys are like, wow, why would he pick Stay Scheming? Well, come on. Think about this, guys. Now, let me take you back to the year where this song came out, right? Drake was feuding with Common, right? This is around the time where Drake actually had a crush on Serena. He was going after Serena. Common was still, I think they were still falling. I don't remember the situation relationship-wise between them two. But what Drake did on his verse was so memorable. There were so many quotables that came out of that. The bitch you won with me shooting in the gym. I know you guys remember that. Which alludes to, the scary hours, the things that Drake alludes to on a regular basis. He's clearly a dude who puts in his hard work, which points to that bar. And I just feel like the way Drake approached that verse, it bothers me when the gods get to acting like the bras. Like he just was speaking boss shit that it was undeniable that Drake was coming into his own lyrically and as a, from a present standpoint. So I thought what Drake did was incredible. I thought what Ross did on that song was incredible. And remember, Ross was in his bag at that time with the whole Anastasia mixtape, which should have been a goddamn album if you guys remember that time. That to me is like the most, I would say the best collaboration. It's not the biggest hit that they put out together, but to me, that's their best collaboration. Now, if I'm going with their best hit, I'll say it's a tie between I'm On One and Aston Martin Music. It's a tie to me. I don't really know which one, man. Q, help me out here. Maybe you can break that tiebreaker with your list. What would you say is their best collaboration?
Well, for me, it's a no-brainer kind of. If I'm gonna break it down like the way you did, I think their best collaboration is Aston Martin Music, and it's not close because Aston Martin Music at the time, you have to remember how you felt when you heard it. Like you have to remember the hook, which wasn't even neither of them. That was, I believe it was Chrisette Michele.
Yep.
Yeah. So the hook was fantastic. And then, like, I think Drake didn't even have a verse on it. If I'm not mistaken,
okay.
He just did
like,
the hook.
It was more like a bridge.
He did the bridge. He did the bridge.
Bridge, yeah.
But then remember, he ended up releasing on the music video the Paris Morton music, which was pretty much a long ass verse where he kind of ranted like he did on Lemon Pepper Freestyle. But that song was really a Drake type song. Rick Ross was spitting serious ass boss ass bars on there. It was fantastic. I think the whole package was great. Which, by the way, I think we need to give our credit and we got to give our flowers, which we're going to be giving some flowers out soon. But we got to give our flowers to Noah 40 Shabib.
Yes.
I hope I'm saying that right because he made that the beat on that song is fantastic. And for Drake's earlier stuff, he was instrumental. Ironic, he was instrumental in all the instrumentals that he gave him.
I like the pun.
Best.
I like the pun there. I like that. I like that.
I'm on one.
You sure? Yo, that was that. See, remember when the show started? I said, that was a
Yeah,
that was one of those. I give you credit.
You know, but my personal favorite one is No New Friends. Like I love I'm on one. I love I'm on one.
I'm on one is like, it's tough.
The No New Friends, like it's aside from the song being dope as hell.
Yeah.
But the meaning behind the song, like and how intricate Drake's hook is on there. Woo! It was so intricate. Drake had another version of it that was just a slow song, and it worked. But to me, No New Friends, those are the two that really stand out to me. But they're a lot. Like if I'm going through this list, 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. You get 5 stars. You get 5 stars.
And by the way, let's name some of these joints that because I think a lot of these actually deserve some honorable mentions and they need to be discussed. Like Gold Roses, the one that just dropped like last year.
That was nominated for a Grammy,
bro. And speaking of Grammy, in Ross's verse, he said I'll probably never be nominated for a Grammy. He said, damn, what was his bar?
I'll probably never be nominated for a Grammy. I'll never win a Grammy. I'll probably never win a Grammy, but they'll never understand me.
They'll never understand me. I thought that bar was so simple, but also so like profound because
and the song got nominated for a Grammy. So
look at that. Look at
how that works.
Gold Roses needs to be mentioned. Lord Knows. Remember Lord Knows, guys, on Take Care. Definitely a tough. That was what set it all off to me. The collaboration between them two.
Diced Pineapples with Wale.
Diced Pineapples, absolutely. Yep. And there's a couple other. Money in the Grave to me wasn't that good of a collaboration between the two. If you ask me, that's one of their more average ones. Yeah,
that's one of the worst to me. But Lemon Pepper Freestyle probably somewhere in the middle of the pack for me in terms of their collaborations, even though that's a pretty good song. So
yep. Yeah. So you guys let us know what what your favorite Ross and Drake collaboration was. We want to hear from y'all. You agree, disagree with us. Yeah. Well, let's move on to the next topic, bruh.
Yeah. So kind of piggybacking off the whole collaboration theme. What are some of hip hop's best tandem / collaborations? Like when these two people link up, like it's more than likely going to be a hit. Who are some of these people? Like who are some of these collaborations that you can think of?
So you remember we talked about this pre-production. We said, man, like, are we going to go rapper, rapper collaboration, rapper producer collaboration? The list is actually very long, and I'm sure we're going to leave some people off this list. So we're looking for y'all to also chime in on social media. Let us know, what you guys think, who you guys think is the best collaborations. But I want to list a few. I would say Jay-Z and Kanye West are, to me, among the elite. Excuse me, in terms of rapper / rapper producer. And actually, if you really think about it, that's one of the more unique collaborations probably in rap history because Kanye is not only a super producer, he's also at one point was considered a extremely good rapper. I'm not going to be like he's a legendary rapper or anything, but there are some people who consider Kanye a really good rapper, right? At least at one point in his career. So we all know about Watch the Throne. To me, that is going to go down in history as one of the best collaboration albums ever. It might be up there. It might be top 3, not 2 or 3. It might be number 1 best collaboration albums ever, if you really think about it.
I mean, I if you notice, Kanye actually anybody he works with, he does well with, right? Like Kanye does well with Big Sean, he does well with Jay-Z, he does well with Kid Cudi. I would say Kanye was his best. I like Jay-Z and Kanye. I co-sign that. I feel like Kanye and Common were a very underrated tandem. Very underrated. I just feel like Kanye took the time to understand Common. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the best when the two artists or the artist and the producer take the time to understand each other, figure out the type of beats they need or figure out the type of energy they need. When they can do that, I think greatness gets made. And I feel like Kanye, at a time where people didn't understand Common, remember, people didn't understand what Common was about at the time. Like conscious rap in like 2000s was not super hot at the time.
I don't even
Kanye
think
brought that out.
I don't even think Common understood Common, because remember, Common went through a bit of a stylistic change, not only from a fashion standpoint, but even musically. Around that time, we started, hooking up with Kanye in the studio and making music, right? But no, that's a good one though. That is a good one, because to me, like what you're saying, it's all about developing a sound, right? If you think about, like you said, Common and Kanye, what they did was they were able to get in the studio, develop a sound that was best suited for Common to shine, and I think Common produced some classic albums out of those sessions that they were a part of, right? And so from a new school standpoint, I want to show some love to some of these dudes that are really making, I would say, collaborations quality and really doing it at the highest level. And it's probably people like, Drake and Noah, 40 Shabib, like you mentioned earlier, right? Now, Noah is a very interesting, I would say, producer, because he's kind of like an engineer / producer. I don't think he really gets his flowers from a production standpoint, but it's clear that what Drake and him do is magic, to say the least. Also, 21 Savage is not much of a lyricist in many people's eyes, which I understand, guys. I'm not about to sit here and go to bat for 21 Savage as a rapper. However, I will say he is a very underrated rapper, very underrated. And hopefully that does not go by surprise to many of you guys. But what he and Metro Boomin do from a sonic standpoint, and I don't mean Sonic the Hedgehog, goddammit, I mean musically speaking, is like magic. Let's be very clear about that. It sounds very thematic, very theatrical, very cinematic. Throw in every possible insert word that means quality and just groundbreaking from a audio standpoint. It just sounds great. I think what they do is incredible. Probably not going to be remembered in hip hop history in terms of best collaboration albums, but they do it at a very high level. So again, as we kind of touched on a little bit on this show, if you guys are rappers, if you guys are artists, lock in with a producer, develop a sound, and your artistry could potentially go to that next level. Q, who are some of the people that you also want to highlight?
I want to highlight, which I added to our list at the very last minute because this does not get said enough. Biggie and Puff Daddy's connection, whoever the hell you want to call him, Diddy, P Diddy, Love, Biggie and Puff Daddy, what they were able to achieve on Ready to Die was amazing. To me, from a production standpoint, that is one of the most impressive body of works, production-wise, if not the most impressive. It's my personal favorite. Ready to Die's production, there's so many classic beats. Even Juicy, even though Juicy's like an old school sound, like production that was done on Juicy. It is not just Puff Daddy, it's Puff Daddy and the Hitmen. If you guys know,
yes,
he has Stevie J. That's why Stevie J is on Love and Hip Hop, or because he's actually a legendary producer that worked with Puff Daddy all these years. Mario Winans.
And, by the way, the kids are not gonna know any of that about Stevie J. They laugh at him. They think he's a womanizer, which he is. they think he's crazy, and this dude who's a narcissist, which he probably is. But musically speaking, there's a reason why he is respected.